Hi there, I'm Obi Fernandez. I'm Chief Scientist and co-founder of Olympia, and today I'm going to sign up for the service as a new user and give you a demo of some of the things that Olympia can do for you. Okay, first of all, I'm going to sign up for our Pro Plus plan. It's our most capable plan. It has 12 AI professionals, and it's got web search capabilities, the ability to follow search results and read arbitrary URLs. It means you can give it a website and it'll look it up. It does use Google for its search. It has long-term individual memory, and the assistants can send outbound email on your behalf. More on that. The growth plan adds long-form writing and document handling capabilities, something that's completely out of the capabilities of ChatGPT. And it has more context and just kind of greater intelligence and coherence. The teams can also collaborate together. And finally, in the Pro Plus plan, it's got everything in the basic and growth plan. It's got additional assistance. It's got longer context. You can upload files, and we do give you early access to exclusive new features. So I'll just go ahead and sign up. Okay, so here I am. System's welcoming me. We're excited. The first thing that we have to do is an onboarding interview. It's going to be with one of our assistants named Eleni. So I'll go ahead and start that. There's instructions here, just kind of like general information about how to connect with us and things like that. So when I sign up, the new account onboarding has begun. I will click into that. Eleni has already started talking to me. She said, let's start with a brief onboarding interview. What is the name of the organization? Is it them or us? I'm going to just say yes. And she's got a few more questions that she's going to ask me. Solo. So, of course, in case you're not familiar with LLMs, you can give them spelling errors. You can be as concise as you want to be. They generally do figure it out. Primary benefits is productivity. And you might notice, drawing tool, since we're done with the demo, with the onboarding, which means I can now talk to other members of the team. But let me go ahead and ask Beatrice. She's going to tell me who she is because it's the first time I'm talking to her. I'm going to say, hey, what are some best practices for screencast product demos? Wow, she gave me a whole list of stuff. So she wants me to have clear objectives for my product demo. My clear objective is to show you the features of Olympia. Write a script to ensure you cover all the key points. I did not write a script, but I'm going to apply heavy editing to make sure that it is punchy. I am using high quality audio. I think I have visual clarity. Branding is included, call to action, etc. Let's show you a couple things. First of all, I think this is fire, so I'll say so. And then I'll go talk to someone else. Let's work on a script. So even though this is not ordinarily something that I would need a long demo for, I can show off how that works. I'll talk to Letitia, our copywriter, and start a new conversation with her. And she's going to introduce herself as well. I'm going to say, hey, nice to meet you. Can you write a script for a product demo of Olympia? They've hired me to do a screencast video. Now, I'm mentioning Olympia because she knows what Olympia is. So she's going to think about that. She's going to create an outline. She's going to create instructions, and she's going to pass that to our long-form content engine. And when she comes back, she'll tell me about how long it'll take to generate. So about 2 minutes to generate. This is one of the key places where Olympia is different than ChatGPT because it actually has a method of recursively creating content. ChatGPT generally doesn't do about any more than 500. Olympia can do thousands of words at a time. And here's the script. And she'll continue working on that and going as long as I need her to. Just going to fast forward. Okay, so that took a couple minutes. Let me just show you that the document is 2974 words. That's quite a large document. Here it is. Here's all the content. Now, if I want to, I can click into this and I can edit it because it's a document. A document is kind of just like natively editing. So like, let's say Communications Hub, well, we don't have that, so I'm just going to delete it. You can do that. And when you're ready, that auto saves, and go to the three-dot menu, and I can download it as, let's say, a PDF document, and it'll generate as a PDF document. It's formatted. You can also download it as a Word doc. Now, I'm not sure what I think about this document, and I want to ask one of my other team members. Instead of starting a new conversation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch team members. I'm going to switch to Monique. She's our communication specialist. Now I'm talking to her. I'm going to say, what do you think of Letitia's script? We'll see what she says. Now, I could ask her to be more concise. I could ask them practically anything, but if I wanted to change my conversation settings, I can do that as well. Click on this button. I can ask the length of the reply to be shorter. This is a setting that's set on a conversation basis, so it'll snap back to maximum setting or whatever the default settings are for that assistant. In this case, her temperature is set to 75. I can make it higher if I want her to be more creative, or I can turn it down if I want her to be more serious. When I'm done, I close it. I say, anything wrong at all with it? And assistants are generally wanting to help you, so they will find something wrong. This is quite extensive, may run longer than 10 minutes. Agreed. All right, I just want to show off a couple of other little details that may not be immediately obvious. The information about this conversation is here. It's crafting a compelling product demo for Olympia. It'll keep itself updated, so on and so forth. If I click on the face of any of the assistants, it'll take me to a profile. I can see what kind of tools they have. This lets me see that, for instance, Monica is able to help me manage my user preferences. She has conversation utilities. She has the ability to unarchive old messages. She's got web tools for looking information up using Google. System status, she can check the status of the system. So, for instance, I'll just go back to here and say, hey, what's the server status right now? And up here is the status of the conversation. It'll generally show you when she's thinking or typing. And right now, looks like both OpenAI and Olympia systems are running as expected. No reported issues. That's good. If you notice slowdowns or errors or things like that, you can always ask them what's going on. If I click on the logo over here, it'll take me back to conversations. I can search for things. I can search, for instance, for a screencast, and it finds the conversations I was having. If I go into this menu, once it starts getting long, I can use this to kind of figure out what I was talking about before. I can also, like, for instance, let's say, delete this conversation. I don't need it anymore. That's gone. Let's try talking with someone else. Every time you click into talk to a new assistant, they're going to introduce themselves, and they're going to give, a list of things that they can do. Let's ask her, can you give me a rundown of the differences between MSA and RSA? And I'll let her start generating. As you know what, actually, I don't actually want to hear the whole explanation of that, so I can stop and I can actually delete and say, actually, I don't want to talk about that at all. These menus let you kind of do things. If I want to listen to a response, I can ask to speak. And it'll take a couple seconds to load because it's generating.
I am Elaine Jusk, a legal consultant for Olympia. My role involves providing accurate and timely legal advice to clients on a broad...
Okay, that's enough of that. Just want to show a couple of other things. If I go down here to my menu, I can go to account settings. Once I'm in account settings, I can set custom instructions. Assistants should know about you. I love jokes and emojis. Now, I wouldn't actually ever put this, but if there's stuff that they should know about you, you should put it here. Managing account users is pretty important. So if I wanted to, I could add a new license, and that would update my subscription, and then now I can invite another user. So I could add my lady demos, and send an invitation. That extra user would be able to share my conversations, and the assistants would know that there's two users using the account. If you want to manage your subscription, you can do so there, and we go to Stripe, where you get your charges and things like that. Let's go back to Olympia. Let's go back to the chat. I'm going to go back to the conversations because I want to show off emailing. So let me go back to this product demo. I'm going to say, okay, this is cool. Can you send a recap of what we discussed to my partner Vika at olympia.chat. And this will show the capabilities of Olympia to generate outbound email. So here's the email. It's from Monica to Vika, and I can edit by clicking into the body of the email and change it. This is like perhaps a little too long. I'll just delete this part and say we will show you the outline in person, and then if I hit send, I will send it to her. And then if I go to the address book, we'll see that Becca has been added to the address book. I can put in notes here, Obi's partner at Olympia. That's pretty much all I want to show right now. We can go, let me show you one more thing, which is I'm going to upload something. Let's just choose a file. What is this conversation transcript about? Sorry about the text. Now, it'll analyze that file. In case of this, it just takes a few seconds, and there is the description, and then it's going to run the prompt that I set as instructions with a spelling error. And you'll see up here that she's queried the uploaded document to figure out what it's about. That'll take a few seconds as it just kind of goes through and processes the contents of the document. This one's not very long, so it shouldn't take very long for her to come back. But we can do up to kind of like book length uploads. I think it caps out at about 200,000 tokens, which is hundreds of pages. If I ever want to see a full list of all the files that I've uploaded, I can click on the file upload button. And if I want to see what documents I've generated, there's a difference between file uploads and documents. I can click on that document. I think that's pretty much it.